So, what would you do with a £13,000 hot tub? We used to own a hot tub company, and recently we got out of it, and obviously we started our store here at the Hydroponic Warehouse. So I thought it'd be a really cool idea to show people what's possible with items they've got lying around. Of course, not everybody has an expensive hot tub lying around in their garden, but maybe you have a lazy spa, an inflatable hot tub, or maybe you have an old pond, or just something that can contain water, all right? Because that's all you need to get started with hydroponics. It's super simple. Now, I actually don't have the hot tub running. To make this work better, we could turn the hot tub on, set the temperature to 19, 20 degrees, put the jets on, get the bubbles going, and then you have one amazing deep water culture system. Regulated temperature, lots of water movement, etc., etc. But today, in today's world, especially with energy prices being through the roof, we've got to take into consideration that we want to try and keep our costs down. So what did we do? I took this 8-way super silent air pump. Bear in mind, no air pumps are silent, but it is pretty quiet, okay? It's an 8-way. We attach some air line, and on the end of each line, we have an air stone. So I'm just gonna pull one out so you can see what I'm talking about, and just in case you're one of those people who doesn't know what an air stone is. Okay, let me try and work this out here. So we've got an air stone attached to a bunch of roots here that I've just pulled off the plant, not to worry. So there you go, air stone on an airline. We put some wood on top of the hot tub, and I cut some circular holes in it. Of course, here I'm using this to put the air lines in, but as you can see, we have plants in each circular hole. Some of the plants are in net pots. Traditionally, this is how I would plant anything into deep water culture. But I thought, why not just try a regular pot? We'll put some kale in, some cocoa coir, and we'll just bang it in and see what happens. Now, to get these plants started, I did have to top feed just to get them established and get a root zone going. But then we placed them into the system, okay? If I can remove this here, we've got some roots coming out the bottom. That's all it needs to feed itself. Okay, this is drinking from the liquid of the hot tub, and as you can see, we've got a healthy plant on top. Now, is that ideal? Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But does it work? Absolutely. Okay, so it depends on what you're growing. Different plants have got different root structures. You see here, this one hasn't got any coming through at all just yet. This one here has got a bit bigger. Okay, so in theory, the system works. Of course, would I have chose different net pots? Would I have chose different plants to grow in the system? Yeah, but what I have lying around, I had some kale seeds and I had some peas. With hindsight, peas wasn't a great choice, simply because the root zone stays very small. And by the time the roots reach the water, you know, the plant's already getting pretty established and they're wanting to fruit. What I'm gonna do, when this crop's finished, I'm gonna harvest this crop and I'm gonna put an avocado tree in here. I'm going to cut a hole in the center, I'm going to plant the avocado seed, and I'm going to grow a tree in this area here. The thing is, it's flexible, anything's possible. Any fruiting plant or flowers that grows above the surface will work with this type of grow. I don't expect someone to go out and buy a hot tub to grow in. But the point is, you can use things that are lying around the house and around the garden to be, what's the word? We can be inventive, we can create things from nothing, you know? For the cost of an air pump, you're ready to go. The air, as long as you're aerating the water and you can manage the temperature, you're gonna be just fine. Now, the perk of having the hot tub is that it's very well insulated and the water stays pretty cool. The only way it would get warm is if the air pump was near a warm source that was pumping warm air into the hot tub, okay? So just keep your air pump somewhere cool so the air is cooler coming through. But as you can see, just for a trial, I've never done this before. Pretty simple, pretty good results. Above the hot tub, we do have a powerful light. We've got a 1000 watt Gavita Pro double-ended, 400 volt. And you would, for something this size, you need a decent amount of light. You're not gonna grow this under a candle, okay? So, deep water culture works very simply by having a container, an injection of air into the water, and some nutrient. It's super, super simple. So why not give it a try at home? Why not try and make your own innovation, your own deep water culture system from nothing. And if you do, I'd love to see it. Share it with us. Write in the comments if you've done something like this before. Let us see what ideas you've come up with. Alternatively, if there's something you'd like to see me try and attempt to grow in here, leave it in the comments and I'll give it a go.